Welcome people to Dream Team Scout. This is your boy Tage again. I've been enjoying the summer way too long, just way too long. I know you lot probably must have done your teams. You done your first draft, second draft. I've been all over social media on X and people just posting different sort of teams, and I'm guessing you've been following the big hitters. Like Dream Team Professor, Inter Team, Dream Team Tonic. But like every Sunday roast, when the food, the chicken's there, the potatoes are there, everything's all right, but it's just missing that gravy. And they're like, yo, where's the gravy, man? Without the gravy, the whole thing ain't gonna bang like that. I'm here to bring the gravy. I'm here to bring the gravy to you lot and just give you lot the final touches, into just to help with your final thought process, with it all. So without further ado, I'm gonna just reveal all the teams. I don't need to waste no time with that. So these are three team selections I'll be showing you right here, and these are three teams that I will be entering into the Sun Dream Team. Okay, so one's gonna be my team, one's gonna be my girl's team, and then one's gonna be my mom's team. But the reason I'm doing this, people, is to give you guys a different journey, a different path, as opposed to having one team and then once things go left, we're a bit doomed, and so yeah, just stay tuned. I might change the format. It depends. If the other teams have fall off, then I might just focus on the one, and then that would be the team going forward. So yeah, let's not waste too much time. I've got these three teams. I've played around, and yeah, I feel these are. I mean, my thought process for this was the first three fixtures. You know how, for example, we've got Haaland here. It's got the first three fixtures here with regards to Chelsea. First game week, second game week, Ipswich, third game week, West Ham. Wow, he's got crazy points. 385 points last year, and he's been selected on at least 57.8. I think that's the highest average rating for a player selected in the Sun Fantasy. So let's not waste too much time. My first team here, we've got just hold in a second. We've got Haaland, we've got Haaland, we've got Salah, and we've got Isak. I feel these three players are in everyone's team. Like, these guys they're looking like default picks now. Maybe Salah you could argue a bit, but on most teams, on most people's teams I've seen online and everywhere, Haaland and Isak definitely been a crazy pick. Let's just see what Isak's pick is. So selected in 33.8, so 20 behind Haaland, 267 points last season. So that's quite good. That's quite good. That is amazing for him. So I've gone with the two heavy hitters, and then I've gone with Salah as well. On this team, Salah is a good one as well. If you're contemplating, is 25.3 selected average rating, but scored 330 points, and that was Salah not on full flight. Salah really, when you compare last season to Salah, it wasn't a full fight, and he got 330 points, and then Haaland got 385, so about 55 points behind, and selected less than Haaland and Isak. But hey, let's put that in. I considered the other players that we could have considered, like Watkins, because he had a good return. He had a good return last season, scoring, as we could see, 315 points, selected in 24.7%. But I don't know. Just my thought process that his first few fixtures are quite tough, which is West Ham, Arsenal, and Leicester City. So yeah, deciding that, and I feel like these were the three big boys I was going to be focusing on attack. Then in midfield, we've got Starboy. Once again, is like everyone's draft default pick, and he's got Wolves, Aston Villa, and Brighton. Not the easiest of fixtures to start off with, but I think Wolves are there for the taking. Just lost Neto to Chelsea. Um, 6 million is quite expensive. Played it the other day against Leon, hit the post. Don't know, did he assist? I can't remember if he assisted, but with players being expensive and everything like that, if I was gonna go for one person, one expensive midfielder, that would have been him. So Saka stays in the team. Golden has got lovely fixtures to start off with. He's got Southampton, the Championship, who just came up. We've got Bournemouth, who just lost to Lanky. So still a good team, but still there for the taking. And then we've got Tottenham, who are a very good attacking side, and I think that would all play into Newcastle, where both teams could really go for it. So I think Golden is a good pick. Once again, a selected average of 24.3, which is quite good. Bonus points is 30 points, and it's got 278. So I'm happy with that in this team. Then you have to go for the cheap one, the Smith Rowe. And Smith Rowe, you can't really look at the points he scored last season and say that can't be your basis on which you pick Smith Rowe, but you pick it because he's an enabler with 2.5 million. He's been on goal scoring form for Spurs. I mean, not Spurs, for Fulham. So, and then the first three fixtures, you got Man United, which is a tricky fixture, but you still could get that Man United defense, no doubt. And he's playing behind the main striker, and Pereira's been moved to the right. And then you've got Leicester City and Ipswich, so that is definitely a meal for you fantasy players. So I've got him in there, and then I've gone for Szoboszlai in this team. Still unsure. I've been hearing rumors around that it might be playing a bit more forward in this season with Liverpool, but I don't know. But I feel the first game against Ipswich, I couldn't ignore that game. I couldn't just ignore that. I feel he could put some decent returns on that game, and then after that you could also look into maybe changing him for Doku later on. For game week 2 against Ipswich with Man City, depending on who starts against Chelsea. And then in defence, I've gone for the Newcastle double, 3 win on each. Liverpool and Hull, they've both played numerous games pre-season. Once again, not judging them on their returns last season, even though Liverpool was decent last season with regards to Trippier more or less nailed down the starting spot in that team. But Liverpool did come up with some good stuff last season. If I have a quick look at his points here, it's got 115 for the price it was. Not okay points, and selected in 2.8%. So that's not very high. It's quite low, but it is what it is. So I've gone for double Newcastle fullbacks, and if you notice a trend here, I'm doing loads of fullbacks. So Liverpool right back, Hull left back, Timmercast, Liverpool playing for the injured Robinson. So I'm hoping these guys come up with the assist. Whip those balls in. And I've gone for Pope. So this is kind of all in the deck for Newcastle defense, and if they concede, then voila, adios. So that would be the team. So you lot tell me what you think of that team, and then I'll be moving on to the second team on display here, where I've gone for this one, a variation of having no Salah in the front line. So I've got Haaland, Isak again. Now I've gone for Jota. Now, if you're trying to save funds and cut funds elsewhere, or I'm trying to bolster your team somewhere else, then maybe you could live. I mean, Jota scored a wonderful goal the other day, sick volley. I don't know if you guys saw that. So that could be something that you could consider with regards to Jota. If we're looking at his returns last season, he had 180 points, considering it was in and out of the team, injured as well. But he's Liverpool's best finisher. That's the general consensus. Is Liverpool's best finisher. So let's not kid ourselves, and so it could mitigate for not having Salah in the first opening fixture. If you're trying to play it smart, then yeah, you could do that. Once again, I've gone for Golden, I've gone for Saka, so I think those two guys are the mainstays. Gibbs White got a wonderful set of fixtures where he really could, rake those points in, grow in, grow in price, and then after that, not grow in price, increase in price, and then after that, you could always, moving on. But you look at his first three fixtures: Bournemouth, Southampton, and Wolves. Come on now, and then they've looked pretty impressive in pre-season. They've considered a lot of goals. Yes, I acknowledge that. Um, but this this is quite good. And once again, it's an enabler, 3.5 million. If you are considering him, he scored 212 points last season from midfield, 39 bonus points, one of the highest in the game. Wow. Wow, I think bonus points. I think he's got more bonus points than what's it, Golden? Yeah, more bonus points than Golden. More, no more than Saka. But yeah, man, that's quite amazing. And then I've gone for the man, the veteran KDB. Might not start, but what if he did? It's fantasy, right? What if he did? Um, and I know he played like the last 3-4 minutes against Man United in the Community Shield. It's a shame the Sun had to put Oscar Bob as a striker because he would have been a very good shout. It would have been a very good shout to bring into midfield. But I've gone for KDB, who missed a majority of the season but still came up trumps with 178 points. And then the common theme in defence, Livermore hold. This time I've gone for the two Newcastle, one Timothy, one Liverpool, and then Henderson, the goalkeeper. Just standard 2.5. Hoping Palace. I'm not too really keen on spending too much on the goalkeepers right now. I need to see the trends of the big keepers, keeping clean sheets, and then maybe I could break my team. But right now I'm quite happy with that. Do you know what I mean? So that is that with that team. And then finally, I was goofing around with this one as well. Once again, I've got the same strikers, but then I've changed it a bit. So you can see the first one was Salah, the second one was Jota. Now we've gone for Son Heung-min. He's the captain. He's on pens. They're playing Leicester City. It's a good opening fixture. You could always bring him in and then take him out for Muniz at Fulham. And then in the midfield, we go for Saka and Golden, obviously. Smith Rowe, we spoke about him earlier on. And Garnacho. I think his performance against Man City made me bring him in because I really wanted the Bruno Fernandes in this team. But I've gone for Garnacho. Maybe for the other team, just now, I might swap KDB for Fernandes in that team. Still playing around because KDB is not guaranteed. Yeah, with regards to the fitness levels. And then let's look at Garnacho's points last season. He scored 236 points from midfield, 20 bonus points. It's been selected quite a lot of 13.7. I like that. So I think it's worth a punt. And then once again, I've gone for the Liverpool defense, but this time I've gone for double. I wanted Trent so bad in one of my teams. I wanted Gavion in one of my other teams, but not been able to do so. So I've got Arnold in this one. I've got Timikas and Livermore, and then Leno and goal. Leno and goal for this one is just beautiful for the future. With regards to the fixtures that they've got soon with Fulham, they've got what was it again? They've got Leicester City and Ipswich, which I believe they should keep a clean sheet in both games, but it's not guaranteed. They might keep a clean sheet against United and concede against one of the Championship sides. But Leno's points last season 154 and selected in 1.5% of people's teams. And that is it, guys. So if you just look down on the screen, there are other people that are meted out. So in as strikers, we've got Havertz that could make a difference. We've got Muniz, that could make a difference. We've got Watkins who could make slightly different. Oscar Bob, and these are players that you might also want to consider outside of these players in your team. But you've got a good template here. And then in midfield, we've got Eze I didn't include, which could be a differential with Eze. He's a good one. And then you're looking at other big players that I've not put in there, you know, like the likes of Fernandez, which I'm considering putting him now for KDB, but you've got Foden who just came back on his training. We've got Palmer, we've got Kudus, we've got Diaz who scored a brace the other day in a friendly. We've got Odegaard, and then we've got, you know, Bernardo Silva who came in and changed the game. So these, and then we've got Doku. That's what I'm thinking. So like I said, I might probably, in one of my teams, I might probably put Doku in for for Szoboszlai, or Doku for Garnacho. Still playing around with this team, or I might move a Golden out. Maybe too much Golden going around. Might just, you know, just make it different a bit. So yeah, that is, you know. And then if you want to move far left, and then you have Madison, Martinelli, and Trossard, but you're not too sure who's going to come in. And these are good prices for players, but these are the teams that I picked. And in defense, you've got, you know, I believe Arsenal will keep a clean sheet against Wolves, and then you've got the Arsenal defenders, but they're very expensive, and Gabriel, Saliba, White. You got Gavio, who I didn't bring in, but could be a good shout. And then awesome. And then if you really want to go for a differential, you could go for the guy at Forest. You know, he came from I think that was it, Fiorentina. So yeah, guys, tell me what you think, and yeah, let me know in the comment section. Sorry, I'm bringing this out late, but like I said, I'm the gravy man. I'm here to just put a final touch. So let me know what your teams are. Let me know if you guys are going strong in defense, or just, you know, show me your possibilities and show me what you've been playing with. And I'll try to do a short for Friday. To see, yeah, just to see what your teams are. Or maybe I'll do a short for Thursday. Okay, so let me know. Dream Team Scout.